how to make a fortune in 2023. Welcome to the wild world of wealth making, where making a fortune in 2023 is just a few steps away. Are you ready to take your financial future by the horns and turn your dreams into reality? Well, buckle up and get ready for a ride, because we're about to show you 10 ways on how to make a fortune in the coming year with a little bit of humor and a whole lot of hustle. From the latest investment opportunities to finding the right mentor, we've got all the tips and tricks you need to make your bank account grow like a weed. So grab a snack, sit back, relax, and get ready to make a fortune in 2023. Number 1, the FIRE method. The FIRE method is a fancy way of saying retire early with a lot of money saved up. Basically, it's the financial equivalent of saying, I don't need this job, I'm just here for the free coffee. The idea is to save and invest as much as you can so that you can retire earlier and live off your savings. But let's be real, not everyone is cut out for the FIRE lifestyle. Some of us like the comfort of a steady paycheck and the security of a company-sponsored 401k. But if you're up for the challenge, then the FIRE movement is for you. Just be prepared to live frugally, avoid lattes like they're the plague, and invest in a lot of canned beans. It's all worth it in the end when you can retire early and live off your savings, or as we like to call it, the beans you've been storing up for a rainy day. Number 2, start a digital company. Starting a digital company can be a great way to make some serious dough, but it's not for the faint of heart. First things first, you'll need to come up with a killer idea that will take the world by storm. It could be anything from a new app that makes your life easier to a website that connects people with their long-lost childhood pets. Once you've got your idea, it's time to get to work. You'll need to put in some serious hours, hustle like there's no tomorrow, and be willing to live on ramen noodles for a while. And let's not forget about the most important part, the pitch. You'll need to sell your idea to investors and convince them that it's the next big thing. So be prepared to put on your best suit, brush up on your jokes, and be ready to make them laugh, cry, and believe in your vision. Just remember, starting a digital company is like riding a roller coaster. It's exciting, it's exhilarating, and it's not for the faint of heart. Number 3, make quarterly goals and reports. Personal quarterly goals and reports are a great way to stay on track and make sure you're making progress towards your long-term goals. But let's be real, filling out reports and setting goals can be a little boring. So to keep things interesting, let's add a little humor to the mix. First, make sure to set goals that are both challenging and attainable. For example, instead of simply setting a goal to exercise more, try setting a goal to become a professional yoga instructor by the end of the quarter. And when it comes to filling out your reports, be creative, have some fun with it. Use colorful charts and graphs to showcase your progress. Add some funny anecdotes to keep things light, and be sure to give yourself a pat on the back for all your hard work. Remember, personal growth and progress can be a serious business, but that doesn't mean you can't have a little fun along the way. Number 4, invest in real estate. Making money in real estate can be an exciting ride, but first things first, you need to understand the market and do your research. Ask yourself, what's the next hotspot? Where can I buy low and sell high? Once you've found your ideal property, it's time to put on your negotiator hat and haggle like a pro. Don't be afraid to play hardball and drive a hard bargain. After all, a penny saved is a penny earned, and that's the motto for all successful real estate investors. Next, it's time to get your hands dirty and start renovating. You can either do it yourself, if you have the know-how, or hire a team of professionals. Remember, a fresh coat of paint and some new fixtures can go a long way in increasing the value of your property. And once it's all spruced up, it's time to find some tenants who are eager to pay top dollar for a top-notch home. Just make sure to screen them thoroughly, because the last thing you want is to be stuck with a tenant from hell. Trust me, they're out there. With a little bit of luck and a lot of hard work, you'll be raking in the dough in no time. Number 5, aggressive investing. Aggressive investing can be a wild ride. It's not for the faint of heart, but if you're willing to take some risks, the rewards can be astronomical. The first step is to develop a solid investment strategy. This means figuring out what you're willing to bet on and how much you're willing to risk. Remember, the key to aggressive investing is being bold and daring, so don't be afraid to throw caution to the wind. Once you've got your strategy in place, it's time to put your money where your mouth is. Look for high-risk, high-reward opportunities, and don't be afraid to pull the trigger when the time is right. Just make sure to keep a close eye on your investments and be ready to pivot at a moment's notice. After all, the stock market can be a fickle mistress, and you never know when she might turn on you. But with a little bit of luck and a lot of smart decision making, you'll be laughing all the way to the bank. Just don't forget to give yourself a pat on the back for taking the leap and being a daring, aggressive investor. Number 6, become a realtor. Becoming a realtor can be a lucrative career, especially if you have a knack for selling and a love of homes. Not to mention a strong sales pitch and an even stronger work ethic. The first step is to get licensed, which is easier said than done. Just think of it as a rite of passage, like a Jedi training to become a master. Once you have your license in hand, it's time to hit the ground running and start selling houses like there's no tomorrow. Let's face it, the real estate industry is not for the weak-minded. You'll need to be a master of persuasion and a champion of the negotiation table. But don't worry, with a little bit of humor and a lot of charm, you'll have clients eating out of the palm of your hand in no time. And once you start raking in those commissions, you'll be living the life of a high-rolling realtor. Just remember to keep your cool and always be professional, because the last thing you want is for people to think you're a real estate agent who's only in it for the money, even though you totally are. Hey, that's just between you and me. Number 7, become a consultant. Becoming a consultant can be a lucrative career, especially if you have a wealth of knowledge and a love of solving problems. You know what they say, if you've got a solution, there's a problem and money out there for you. The first step is to identify your area of expertise and start building your brand. Think of yourself as a problem-solving superhero, ready to save the day for your clients. Once you're up and running, it's time to start raking in the dough. Just remember, consulting is all about being the smartest person in the room, or at least making people think you are. So brush up on your knowledge, bring your A game, and don't be afraid to charge top dollar for your services. After all, if you're solving problems left and right, you deserve to be compensated accordingly. And when the money starts rolling in, you can sit back, relax, and enjoy the fruits of your labor. Just don't forget to tell everyone you know that you're now a highly paid consultant. After all, it's not bragging if it's true. Number 8, find a mentor. Getting a rich mentor can be a surefire way to make a lot of money in 2023, as long as you're willing to learn from the best. After all, as the saying goes, if you want to be rich, hang out with rich people. The first step is to find someone who's already made it and is willing to share their wealth of knowledge and experience with you. It's like having a secret weapon, or a Jedi master guiding you on your journey to riches. Once you've found your mentor, it's time to get to work. Listen to their advice, soak up their wisdom, and learn as much as you can. And don't be afraid to ask questions. After all, you're paying for their expertise. And before you know it, you'll be making all the right moves and raking in the dough. Just remember to always be grateful and show your appreciation to your mentor. And who knows, one day you may even surpass them in wealth and success. But hey, let's not get ahead of ourselves. For now, just focus on making your mentor proud and rich. Number 9, focus on contemporary areas of growth. Focusing on contemporary areas of growth can be a smart way to make a lot of money, especially if you're ahead of the curve. Think of yourself as a trendsetter, always on the lookout for the next big thing. The key is to stay on top of emerging industries and technologies and to be ready to jump in when opportunities arise. Just imagine you could be making money from the next TikTok before anyone even knows what it is. Once you've identified a hot area of growth, it's time to get to work. Invest in the right companies, develop a solid business strategy, and don't be afraid to take calculated risks. Just remember, success in contemporary areas of growth require a combination of brains and bravery. And if things don't pan out, don't worry. There's always another emerging trend right around the corner. Just think of it as a high-stakes game of musical chairs, and make sure you have a seat when the music stops. And before you know it, you'll be making so much money that you'll be able to afford to sit out a few rounds if you want to. Number 10, do something you love. Doing something you love to make a lot of money is a no-brainer, especially if you can turn your passion into profit. After all, if you're doing what you love, you'll never have to work a day in your life, or so the saying goes. The key is to find a way to monetize your passion and turn it into a successful business. Just imagine, you could be making money from your love of cats by starting a cat cafe, or from your love of video games by becoming a professional gamer. Once you've figured out how to turn your passion into a profitable venture, it's time to get to work. But don't worry, it doesn't feel like work because you'll be doing something you love. Just remember to keep your eyes on the prize and stay focused on your goals. And who knows, with a little bit of hard work and a lot of perseverance, you may find yourself making more money than you ever thought possible. And when that happens, just sit back, relax, and enjoy the fruits of your labor. After all, you deserve it for having the courage to chase your dreams and turn them into a reality. So go ahead, have a slice of cake and celebrate your success. You earned it. Making a fortune in 2023 is possible if you have the right strategies and a strong work ethic. Whether you're investing in real estate, aggressive investing, becoming a consultant, getting a rich mentor, focusing on contemporary areas of growth, or doing something you love, there are plenty of opportunities to make a lot of money. The key is to identify your strengths and find the right avenue for you. Remember, success takes hard work, perseverance, and a willingness to take calculated risks. So go ahead, take the leap of faith and chase your dreams. You never know where they might lead you. Good luck and happy fortune making. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button and smash that like button if you enjoyed this video.